Hey guys, welcome to today's tutorial. And I know it's been 2 weeks since I posted these long form videos. I was not feeling well, but now we are back. And first things first, I'm outlining her eyebrows using Davis number 3 eye pencil, and I will just follow the natural shape of the eyebrows. After outlining the brows, I will go ahead and start filling them in, and I am using very light strokes. Filling them in, it's important for you to go back with a spoolie and brush through them to get rid of any harsh lines and to also blend out the brow, because we want them to look as natural as possible. And now to clean the lower brow bone, I am going in with Maybelline Concealer in the shade Coconut. Inner part, I am using a Legal Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. Also, when it comes to eyebrows, take your time cleaning out the eyebrows to get the best results. I am now going in with a clean brush to blend out the two products seamlessly. For the upper part, I normally prefer foundation for easier blending during skin work, and I am using two shades. I'm using the shade Coconut and the shade Cappuccino. Both are from Fit Me. Moving on to the eyes, I am using the Maybelline Concealer in the shade Coconut as my eyeshadow base. Remember, eyeshadow base are very important. How you set your eyes before the eyeshadow determines how the end product will look like. Using the dark brown shade from the Ever Beauty palette, I will apply it on the outer corner of the eye and also use it as the transition shade. And now I'm adding the white concealer because I want the lid color to be deeply pigmented. I'm going in with the shade Christmas Carol from the Ever Beauty palette, and I will just apply it on the lid area. Going back in with the dark brown shade, I will now blend in the two colors. Applied eyeliner off camera, and now I'm just putting on the rhinestones, and I'm using clear lash glue to put them on. I'm now wiping off any fallout or dirt from the face. Using the clear lash glue, I will just apply it on the lash line and let it sit for like 1 minute. Then I will go ahead and put on the lashes. Moving on to the face, I am applying Nivea Moisturizer, which has SPF. And I will use a clean brush to make sure that I distribute the product evenly all over her face. After the moisturizer, I am now applying primer, and I will repeat the same process with the brush. Foundation, I'll use the same shades that I used to clean the top of the brow with, and that is Cappuccino mixed with Coconut. Then I will go ahead and take a clean brush and distribute the product evenly. And if you notice, I'm tapping the brush and I'm not dragging the product. Just tap in the product, don't drag it. Drag the product, you will end up with a cakey, patchy finish, so avoid dragging the product at all costs. Also, if you have noticed, I'm not applying the foundation under the eye, I'm leaving that for highlighting. Then I will go in with a damp beauty blender to just make sure I blend in the product well. A Zikel foundation in the shade 30, I will go ahead and contour her face, and I'm just applying it on the cheekbones. And remember, makeup doesn't have a formula. This time round, I am contouring before highlighting, and you can do vice versa. I will also contour the forehead area to bring a little bit of structure. And now to highlight the under eye, I am using the Maybelline Concealer in the shade Coconut because it is 2 shades lighter than her skin tone. And for the outer part of the under eye, I am using a Legal Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I will use a brush to firstly distribute the product and try blending it out. Then I will later on go in with a beauty blender and blend out the product. So for under eye, I prefer using both the brush and the beauty blender. Also, when it comes to under eye, make sure you take your time to blend out the product properly to avoid creasing. I'm also highlighting the chin, the bridge of the nose, and also a little bit on the forehead area. While blending out the product, make sure you don't move it too much, just blend the areas which you applied it on. And now using the powder palette, I will go ahead and contour the nose. Using the same Zikel powder palette, I will go ahead and set the areas which I highlighted, and I am using the shade Golden Bronze. So sometimes after setting, I normally prefer baking, and I am using banana loose powder on the inner corners of the eye because it's a white loose powder. And then I will go ahead and apply Sacha setting powder on the other areas. While we wait the powder to sit, I am now applying mascara, and then I will go ahead and apply lipstick. And I am using the Girl Lip Palette. So if you are an OG and you watch my previous videos, I have the same routine when it comes to lips, and I just follow the natural shape of the lips. I don't like overlining the lips. Apply the maroon shade on the outer part of the lips, and now for the inner part, I will go in with a lighter shade. And that is how you achieve an ombre lip look. It's so easy. I will take the powder brush and blend out the product well. For the last part, I will go ahead and lock the look using a Legal setting spray. This is the final product. She looks so amazing, and the channel is growing. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and see you on the next one.